Hey everybody, this is Breyer and we're back, and today I'm going to be making a neck ribbon for a veteran. I finally gave him a name. This is a wood grain fighting stallion horse. I did some patch-up paint on his hooves to give him a glossy black. Still have to do a couple of spots of repaint, but for patch-up paint anyway. But other than that, he's great. The right way it's so bright because of the lighting on the ink on that, but it's brighter than dark, right? And then Buck is gonna get a new neck ribbon. My boyfriend finally got helped me out with a rope of sorts, so he has a rubber band for a lead rope. Yeah, it works better that way. So it's like the way it's to be. Which makes sense because this is the way he was positioned. This is the way he was positioned in the box originally, so yeah. We're gonna work on Buck first, and then I'll work on Veteran. Each horse has a different color for their category. So Buck is a quarter horse, so he gets the teal, and then Veteran gets the sparkly blue because all my decorators, including holidays horses, have that ribbon. It's just easier for you to keep them out on that one category instead of having like 20 different categories. And it's just, it'd be a nightmare to do that. I mean, unless I had like the horse a bunch, like I had a whole room dedicated to Breyer horses, then maybe. It'd be just a little crazy. Yeah, I'm not going that excessive. I don't know if anyone's done that, but okay, that's them. But yeah, so I just need a horse. I'm actually going to show you how I do it. For Buck, since he's so stubborn, he might not be the best model to do this, so I'm just going to do it here. And I'll just be talking while I'm doing that. Even though I'm not supposed to be doing that when I'm sick. Like, I'm still sick. It's so weird. I got like an allergy. Like, I got sick because I had something that makes me allergic, and it made me really sick. And then my boyfriend's sister's cough, I guess, since I was really vulnerable, like I was able to catch that, I guess, because I got a sore throat the next day. It's pretty bad. And then and I had that for about, and still up to now I do, but now it's worse where I'm sneezing and it's going into a cold now, so it's like going one thing to the next. And yeah, breathing treatments doesn't work, even though it does help bring out your sinuses and stuff, but it doesn't always does everything, obviously. So just going through it and dealing with it is the best way to do it. Of course there's debates on that. I can tell that Bandita, well, can't tell over here, but she's all the way back here. She's all snug in a bug, so I'm not gonna, that's why I'm not sitting there so that she's not bothered. And I usually do this in my bed, but I just feel like, hey, I'm just gonna do my videos in the better lighting, because it looks horrible when you do have bad lighting. All that stuff. Okay, so I use the tip of one of the ends to measure the length of, I think, how long I need it to, because I want it to be able to go over when I'm done the ends of the tie. The strip like you do for doing a present. I want it to be able to dangle over the horse's length, so it's kind of like they're wearing a robe, you know, of authenticity, you know, something like that. So that's like that's the main kind of goal you want. And you don't want it to choke your horse's neck, obviously. You know, a model horse, but as if they're a real horse, you know, they don't want a ribbon tied so tight around their throat that that's going to make them choke. It's just be a nightmare. An awful nightmare. So since this side's his mane, is. And in case you cut a little too much, that's okay. At least you know you have it. If you need it, great. If you don't, just cut off where you want it to be, then where you don't. And if you cut off too much, then you ruin the whole thing. You gotta start over. If you have enough ribbon. I get mine at Walmart. You can probably find it in any craft store or regular home supply store, I guess you could say. It's pretty nice. I like it. You never know how it's really gonna finish until you're done. So obviously I probably went a little extra on him, but that's okay. I actually kind of wanted to do that just to see how it would look. Obviously it's really dingly, so I need to cut some off. I'm just gonna eye it too. So you want your ends to match. Okay, so that's a good trick off. Same for this one, since the leg's down. Probably want it about here. Okay, I probably cut a little too much, but that's okay. So that's a box. That's actually kind of nicer than the other one that he had. The reason why I redid his is because the one that he had I gave to my boyfriend for his quarter horse that I gave him was baby flow that he has now. I've given him for a few different reasons. The main ones were that she had the fleur-de-lis, which is his favorite football team logo is, and I don't really have a need for that mold. Sorry, scratch. And I can't really do anything with it other than take photos with, and then maybe just like shelf display. So it would just be a nightmare. So next one is veteran. So I always like the next one to do. And then I still need to get ribbon for my Spanish Bull Bravo. And he has the fleur-de-lis white, slightly thicker. It's about the size, I think, about the size ribbon. And so he's like the only other one right now that needs a neck ribbon. So lucky for this guy, I guess I'll show you better with him. I just knocked over a buck. Great. This guy's gone through a lot of pain. I feel sorry for him. Good thing I didn't spend a lot of money on him though. His mold I really hate though, because it's just annoying. Like heck. But yeah, I like having the model face me. I know it's going to be facing away from you as a viewer, but you'll see how I do this properly. If the horse is standing, that's definitely a benefit. Just make sure he doesn't or she don't knock over. Like it's a night height. It's like this type of height that we're like, oh, okay, this is nice. And it's going to be a simpler measurement. So I use the measurement of the horse. That's why they're customized. They're only fitting for that particular horse. On a different horse, it might be too short, it might be too small, it's too big. You can adjust it easily, but it's best to have them custom. It's good to have fitting to the actual horse, so it's most original to them alone. Okay, so we're gonna do it about here. Should be long enough, I hope. maybe a little bit longer. This ribbon particularly is a very particular kind of funky ribbon when it comes to shaping, because it may not always go the way you want it to. Okay. Oh wait, there's so much hair on my pins. This is gross. Okay. Now, you want to pair up your ends, like so. So about that. And then, so since this guy, I don't really know what side, but I like having them facing this side, so his eyes facing towards you. So since it's this way, I'm gonna have to actually do it like this. Grab my other end. Here we go. Alright. So you don't want to pull too hard on the horse because it can go down with you. Alright, so you want to kind of cross them over. Okay. I'll just have them angled this way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then you want to use the top one that's on the top under, like you do start a bow for a shoe, basically. And then bring it up with your middle finger and pull it down. Make sure it's not too tight. And then you want to make sure the flaps that you want up are upright. If you want the shiny side up, you make sure that both sides are up like that, like they are. But this one's reversible, so it doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't mean it doesn't bother me as much. It's not like a necessity, but it's nice to have the right shape of the ribbon. That's why it's not just like it up funky and it's not moving the flow of the horse's movement, which is what I aim for, especially for this one. So looks like we have some extra again, but I do need to adjust this a little bit. So you should use your fingers and like I'm doing, let's move it, but I don't want to lose the ends that I want. And make sure that this is at the end, so it's at their like shoulder withers. Yeah. So obviously we have some extra again, but that's okay. Sometimes it actually works out and it's the right length, but obviously with this guy it's a little long, so it's not gonna cut off too much. And it's okay. Don't be scared that, oh my god, it's too much and I gotta cut so much and da da da. I mean, yeah, okay, you can do that for your first couple times when you're testing it out, but if you know what you're doing, then use your hand, okay, and the horse's leg for your measuring, because that way you get the right fitting for the trim for your horse's ribbon finish. So obviously I'm not going to go too high up, but I'm just going to go enough where I know it's not going to be so axis that this is going to be annoying. So it's one side. Okay, so we have that one done. That one's perfect. Now I'm going to do the other side, which is this one, but I can't have it facing you because I have to be doing it. I have to look at what I'm doing, and it's also a crossover ribbon, meaning it's like over like this and out. So for some of those that have that are very thin like this type of ribbon, it's going to be kind of a pain. There we go. So I can kind of see better what I'm doing. So I'm gonna be doing some. It's basically at we would call our elbow for the human, and that's basically what there is, as well as the elbow right here, this pointy part of your arm because this is their whole arm basically. So it's like, it's basically the part where it's at is about here. So between the, it's like a little ways out to the arm, basically, from here. And you want to have it straight, and you want to make sure your scissors, obviously, are nice and sharp, and they're clean, and I don't know why they're so darn sticky. I will fix that later, but, yeah, so. And make sure it's a clean cut, not a weird, funky one. Like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright. And then you're done, basically. But you want to make sure that the roundness at the withers or the end of the mane is smooth and it's not choking tight, because that doesn't look attractive. And you can tighten it a little more if you want, depending on the shape that you're aiming at for. And for some reason, mine likes to play games a little bit. So, there you go. I kind of would like, no. So you can change your formation a little bit after you have the right fitting cut, but you don't want to change it so much where, like, the length is all ruined and you can't make your changes. So I'm trying to make sure not to mess too much with it. Because for some reason one side looks a little longer than the other from here. Maybe I do need to have this like that. Okay. Yeah, actually I do. Okay, I do have to have it like this. Okay, because it's the way that his legs are formed. So you want it formed to the way that the horse's legs are angled from apart. Because that's what's the natural, you want to make it look real. If you want to make it realistic, this is the way to go. And then so this is not really satin, I wish it was satin, but it's like, there's a sparkle, whatnot. This is the actual satin ribbon, so this is a better, look to it. So you definitely can see here, which one goes with which leg, but if it's just out like this, you just have to go with it, because that's the way that it's wanting to form and go. If you want it centered, that'd be the way to go. And if it's over to and if you like it over to kind of towards the shoulder, which I like a little bit, depending on the horse, what works for them. That's the thing to do. I'm just trying to put this rubber band part underneath like that so it doesn't keep moving. And you can just put your horse on the shelf when you're ready. That way they're displayed in an organized fashion and their own originality. You don't have to copy what I do. You can do your own little design. You can always use whatever colors you want based on what type of representation you want to do. I love satin. That's what I use. I love it. It's soft on my horses, and it's really sparkle and smooth, and I like that. That's just my personal preference. That's what I do. You don't have to copy me. You can use me as a mentor, but yeah. But anyway, that's a couple examples and ways to make your own neck ribbon for your horse. And kind of give them their own little category based on what you want them to be in. So, like, for example, this is a quarter horse, this is a decorator, this one's particularly wood grain. So he'll be up here with my other decorators, this one will be with my other quarter horses, and so forth. And you can have one for not just your horses, you can have them for your dogs, your bulls, your unicorns, your donkeys, mules, anything Breyer, basically. Or whatever you want, like, to decorate, basically, or categories. It can be slush. I mean, the thing with slush, though, is they're a lot smaller, so you're going to need to use thinner ribbon than what I have here. So, for example, this is a 5/8, which I like using the most. It's my favorite length that works looks the most best on my horses, but certain designs, I don't know why Walmart doesn't have in the 5/8. So I have to get the size up, which is, I think it's a 7/8, which is like, this is the size up from here, basically. And that's basically what I've had to do for this ribbon, and then the Fleur de Lis, black and white, which I've shown you in a couple of the old videos. I was showing my tutorial videos and stuff like that. So yeah, and they're not that expensive. Honestly, Beverly's is more expensive in my opinion. The least expensive is going to be obviously the Dollar Tree, because it's like the dirt cheapest place you could ever find anything. But I mean, I always have the right thing or the best quality. But Walmart, definitely for sure. Kmart, depending on your low state and location. Obviously Michael's. They're pretty great. I haven't looked at their actual ribbon department. I know they have it. They have ribbon, but I don't know if they have a particular selection, limited amount. But I know they have ribbon. They have like everything basically. And there's online websites, but like those are your main ones to go into your everyday walking in stores. So check that out. But thank you for watching this video about how to make your own neck ribbons and how to use basically two different type of material. I really don't know what type this is, but it's like a silky thin, non like sparkle. I mean, the sparkle comes off, but it's like a shimmer. So it's like a satin, but it's really thin and see-through, but soft. This is definitely satin ribbon. And there's different sizing, so I show you different ones. This is the 5/8, and this is the 7/8 length, so you can use whatever length you want. So just make sure it's not too fat or too thin, because then you won't be able to like really identify the horse from the ribbon. You don't want the ribbon to overpower the horse. You want them to be equalized. You want an equalizer basically as best as possible. That's based for composition and color and visual view, not just for you, but for your display, for photos, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that. If you want to be showing that off, you're going to want them to look their best, basically, like you do for you wanting to look your best for when you take yourself a selfie or a photo with friends. Make sure it's good enough where it's good quality, people can identify what the heck that you're looking at, or else it's like a nightmare. And you're like, and it's just a piece of thing stupid you're doing, but make sure it's good quality, for those who actually care of wanting to know, oh, someone had, let's say it looks like a hot dog, but it was a corn dog wrapped in some weird mustard thing, and it's not even mustard, There's exaggeration, but you get the point where, you need to have that identification visually and vividly, and a very forward contents to that. Anyway, I have probably been talking way too long. It's been, oh my gosh, 23 minutes. Wow. Okay, I don't know. I'm like the queen bee with like 2 long videos, but I had 2 horses to go over with the ribbon, and I like taking my time, and that's me. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna actually get started on 1 or 2 of my horses and kind of figure out customizing paints. I'm not gonna get ribbons for those guys, because they're gonna be sold as a custom horse per horse, so they're not gonna be part of my collection, obviously. But yeah. Anyway. I definitely put down a like and subscribe and comment and share, and I'll be able to answer any questions if you have them, and if you have any feedback, put it down there as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, stay awesome.